Hey, so quick little bit about what we call RPE. I reference this a lot in programming, especially with my remote clients. So RPE stands for Relative Perceived Exertion. There's a number of different ways that we can scale this. There's one called the Borg scale that looks at different numbers. I like to go really simple with this kind of stuff. So what I use is a scale of 1 to 10. And I classify this as 1 being easy. So as though I'm going for a walk in a park. Most people can walk almost indefinitely, just continually keep walking. It's a really easy going exercise. Your heart rate doesn't really change above what it normally does. So it's very close to your resting heart rate, and your effort is a very low output. 5 would be more of a moderate output. Something that you could still sustain somewhat indefinitely. We typically see this at a heart rate that is maybe 50 to 60% of your overall maximum output. And that's another reason that I like to use this, is that this often your relative perceived exertion will often relate closely, usually within 5 to 10% of overall percentage of your maximum heart rate. So if your maximum heart rate is 220 beats, which is what the actual average or the actual maximum of a human heart rate is recommended, at 220 beats, half of that would be 110. So if we're looking for a 5 in terms of a moderate output, we'd be looking at maybe 110. That does not include anything for your age and your fitness level. That would be the idea. Most people would actually be a little bit underneath that, probably more like the 80 to 100 beats per minute realm. But again, I don't want to be super specific with these things. With heart rates, I want it to be perceived exertion. How hard is it for you on a scale of 1 to 10? Again, 1 being very easy, 5 is of a moderate difficulty, 10 is an all-out effort. Your all-out effort is a very short burst. Okay, short burst and recovers a long recovery, which really means that if we're looking at a cardiovascular output, your 10 is going to be an all-out sprint. Boom! As hard as you can, maybe 50 to 100 yards at top speed. A lot of people will drop off very quickly after that, okay? If we're looking at weights, this would be like a 1 to 3 rep max, something that you can only move 1 to 3 times. So it is very difficult for you to move that weight. Again, a 5 would be something that you could probably do 15 repetitions with if we're talking about weight. Okay, and a 1 is, I can do this all day long, this is not hard. This would be something like raking your lawn. You can do that for a very long time. There's a little bit of resistance on the rake, but it's not that much to really interfere with things. You might need to take a break after 45 minutes, an hour. Most people do doing any type of exercise, but the recovery cycle is very short. You're able to get right back into it as you go. Same thing over here with that 5. Again, recovery cycle is relatively short, 2 to 5 minutes. And you'll be ready to go and repeat the same stimulus. You go for a half hour, 45-minute walk, rest 5-10 minutes, get back up, go for another 45 minutes. Let's say you're doing some tourist stuff while you're traveling. You're gonna walk the whole day, but you're gonna rest a little bit here and there, take a lunch break. But then in the afternoon, you're gonna be walking for quite a long time. So again, that's your moderate output. And once more, a 10 is all out effort. Boom! I can only do this once, and it's going to take me a long time to recover. I'm going to run 100 meters, and I'm not going to be able to put forth the same effort for quite a while, like 3-4 minutes, considering that one burst was probably 10, 15, maybe 20 seconds. There you go. That's relative perceived exertion. On a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult is this? 1 being a walk in a park, and 10 being an all-out effort. I hope you learned something, and I hope this helps you understand what I'm trying to get you to do. All the best. If you have any questions, let me know. Take care.